Okay, so now that we have the game state, we basically want a portion of it to do some, oh, my bad, my nose is itchy, but to process input. So, assuming that we've received some input, then we know, we basically have the coordinate to the mouse of where the player just clicked. So there's kind of three main cases that can happen, and yes, you can use switch statements, but I'm not going to. First case is that, let me see, if input 0, which is basically the x position, is greater than or equal to, I mean, it's not greater than or equal to, is less than or equal to 133, basically because you have a 400 by 400 square, so this left x side is the first third is like 0 to 133.333. Yeah. So we're just gonna say if it's less than or equal to 133, it's always going to be, can it be negative? I wonder if the thing registers if it's outside. I don't think it does. I hope it doesn't. But yeah, if input is less than or equal to 133, then, well, the x input is, then we want to check if the y input is, where is that? So I'm just gonna write that case here. So of course, if both inputs is like, if x and y is less, why is this, oh my gosh, game dot, that's kind of annoying. So if both inputs, if x and y is less than 33, then it's on that like first, I can't even call it quadrant because it's like 6 squares, but it's on that first top left square. So you basically wanted to mark that, oh, that's where the player clicked. So I'm gonna say player, we're gonna basically set that position to, it's a string, so we're gonna set that position to x. And I forgot to put the game again. Okay, so now if game dot input, so now if the y thing, if it's like greater than or equal to 133, so we're gonna say, I mean less than or equal to, so we're gonna say if it's greater than 133 and game dot input 1 is less than or equal to, well, technically rounding it would be less than, kind of, I mean, okay, it doesn't matter, I guess. If it's less than 266, yeah, 266, then we're gonna say game dot grid. Now for 2D arrays, the first position is the rows, like it's the array row, and the second one is the column. So in this case, we're still on the first column because x is still less than or equal to 133. So we want to set, so the first column is still 0. We want to set the row now to 1 because our y is now like in the middle part. So yeah, I'm using x right now, but we're gonna change that up later on. Right now, we're just trying to get the input to work, so, you know. Now, and I'm guessing it's kind of obvious now. The next condition is if it's greater than 266. Greater than or equal to, actually, because I didn't put the, because, you know, you don't want that bug where that one weird kid precisely clicks on the line 266 and nothing happens. So yeah, we're still on the first column. We're still on the first column. We're on the third row now. So we put 2 because that makes so much sense. And yeah, so basically this, and it's the same concept just for the x's now. So I'm just probably going to speed run through this. But okay, I guess I can do the second one just to show y'all. So instead of now, oh my bad, this is supposed to be 0. Might be. Yeah, so now if input 0 is less than, basically what we just did over here. So if it's greater than 133 and it's less than 266. That means that it's on the second column now. Like that's where the X is. And then we basically just modify this. It should be 1 0 1 1 1, yeah. And then I'm gonna speed run through this last one because people don't like watching long videos apparently. Okay. Guys, I messed up. I realized I just messed up. My B. I even mentioned this. The first part is the row, so it's what row it's on. The second one is the column. So our x-axis corresponds to the column as mentioned before. So this is what's actually should be changing over here. I just realized my goof. So the column is still the same. We're still on the first column, but the row is changing. So that's that. And yeah, same thing. Just switch these two. 1 1. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna have to cut lots of parts out. Anyways, this should basically give you the inputs for the stuff. Well, where it should belong on the graph. Okay, real quick everybody before I end this video. So so I just threw in this code to like see what's in the grid and stuff, because you know we're clicking on the grid, we're putting X's everywhere on the grid, and we want to see if we're putting the X's where we want to put them. So you run this, and I mean, you all saw me running it probably already, there, but we kind of have a bug. Well, first, okay, let's see if the X stuff works. Okay, we're gonna click here. Oh look, the thing turns to X. Whoa, that one turns to X too. Let's see if the center one does. Okay. So yeah, so the detection stuff works, so that's cool. But the only problem is that when the game starts automatically, the input stuff is already 0 0, and you know, all because the game starts doesn't mean that somebody put their thing there. So let's fix that real quick. And we're basically gonna fix that using game state. We're gonna say if is it game state equals, let's say if game state equals 2 for now. Oh yeah. Game.gameState equals 2, and we want it to process input, so alright, seems fair. And then whenever this stuff happens, we want to say game. This is part of, it's already part of the class, so game state equals 2, and that's fair, and that should fix our little bug. When it starts, that thing shouldn't have an X on it. Yep, so they're all null, meaning that there's no strings on it. But then when I click here, you get that X. When I click here, you get that X. You get the X in the center. So yeah, so basically, we're making progress. We have a grid, like a 2D matrix, and it's able to store contents within it based off of where the player clicks. So that's all cool and dandy, but the player's not going to be looking at the console. He's going to be looking at the window, screen projector. So next episode, we're going to draw some lines, draw some X's on the window based off of where the strings are on the 2D matrix. Keep it Gucci, everybody. Have a great September of 17th. It's been a Gucci day, kind of, not really. Whatever. I'm tired.